If you're preparing for the Praxis 5023 Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Exam, Curriculum, Instruction, and Assessment for Young Children, this video is here to make studying easier and more effective. Hi, I'm Selena, a teacher with over 21 years of classroom experience and a test prep expert with Study.com. In this lesson, we'll break down how developmentally appropriate curriculum, intentional instruction, and meaningful assessment work together so you can confidently analyze questions and choose the best answer on test day. Stick around until the end to learn more about the exam. Let's dive in. What is an essential component of a developmentally appropriate assessment for a preschooler? A. The assessment should include observations and teacher-made tests. B. The assessment should primarily focus on academic skills. C. The assessment should be standardized and norm-referenced. Or D. The assessment should be primarily written. Let's walk through the process of elimination. B is incorrect because preschool assessment should look at the whole child, including social, emotional, physical, and language development, not just academics. C is incorrect because standardized tests are often not appropriate for preschoolers. D is incorrect because most preschoolers cannot yet demonstrate their learning through writing. Written tests do not accurately reflect their abilities. The correct answer is A. The assessment should include observations and teacher-made tests. Developmentally appropriate assessments for preschoolers should capture a range of children's abilities in a variety of contexts, using multiple methods such as observations, work samples, and teacher-made tests. As a new kindergarten teacher, you are preparing to assess your students for the first time. What is the most developmentally appropriate assessment method for this age group? A. Standardized tests. B. Authentic assessments. C. Written exams. Or D. Oral exams. A is incorrect because they often do not reflect how young children naturally show what they know and can be stressful or confusing for kindergarten students. C is incorrect because many kindergartners are still developing fine motor and writing skills, so written tests do not accurately show their understanding. D is incorrect because while talking can show some understanding, oral exams alone do not capture the full range of a child's skills across different settings. The correct answer is B. Authentic assessments, which include methods such as observations, portfolios, and performance tasks, are more developmentally appropriate for young learners because they evaluate real-world skills and knowledge in a meaningful context. What is the most effective way to encourage active involvement in a structured learning activity during a science lesson? A. The teacher assigns a reading about a scientific concept. B. The teacher sets up an experiment and lets children predict the results. C. The teacher shows an interesting video about a scientific concept. Or D. The teacher explains a scientific concept. A is incorrect because young children learn best by doing, not by reading about a concept. C is incorrect because videos are mostly passive. Children are watching, not actively participating. D is incorrect because listening alone does not actively engage students or encourage hands-on learning. The correct answer is B. Setting up an experiment and guiding children through the process of predicting and observing results is a structured learning activity that encourages active involvement. What is the primary purpose of an individualized family service plan? A. To guide the general curriculum of the school. B. To track the academic progress of all students. C. To measure a teacher's effectiveness. Or D. To provide a roadmap for early intervention services. A is incorrect because an IFSP is individualized for one child and family, not for the entire school's curriculum. B is incorrect because an IFSP focuses on early intervention services for a specific child, not academic data for all students. C is incorrect because an IFSP is about supporting a child and family, not evaluating teachers. The correct answer is D. The primary purpose of an IFSP is to provide a plan for early intervention services for children with disabilities and their families. Now that you've worked through a few sample questions, let's take a closer look at what the Praxis 5023 Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Exam is really assessing. In the practice questions, you examined how teachers support active learning, assess young children meaningfully, and plan instruction that meets diverse developmental needs. The goal isn't just to memorize strategies, it's to understand how curriculum, instruction, and assessment work together to support young children's growth so you can confidently select the best answers on test day. For more practice, check out our Praxis 5023 Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Exam playlist. And for even more detailed practice, strategies, and customizable study materials, head over to study.com and check out our Praxis 5023 Interdisciplinary Early Childhood Exam test prep course. Those who use study.com boast a 92% pass rate. Our courses include full-length exams, including hundreds of authentic practice questions, just like the ones we reviewed. With our resources, you'll know exactly what to expect on test day. Like this video and subscribe to this channel to get all the latest Praxis test updates. And please leave your questions and success stories in the comments. We would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and happy studying.